Good morning Year 6 and welcome to the first of 2 videos for today's lesson. Here are the answers from yesterday's task. Please pause the video and mark your work. Thank you. Here are your Fluent in 5 questions for today. Please set yourself your 5-minute timer and when you're ready, off you go. Okay, let's have a look at the answers for today. Please get ready to mark your Fluent in 5. So for D, once again, multiplying fractions. Okay, 2 ways you could have done it. Just multiplied the numerators and denominators and then simplified the fraction, or at this stage you could have cancelled some of them. So your first denominator and your second numerator you could have simplified down and cancelled down to be 2 and 1. They're both divisible by 2, and then multiply across just to give you your 3/10 there. Okay, but please try and remember with fractions to try and put them into their simplest form. Okay, but well done for those. Today we're going to be applying our knowledge of volume to solve word problems. So we're going to go through a few together and then I'll be setting you off on your task. So let's have a look at this first one together. So we're told that we've got a cuboid container that measures 15 centimetres by 10 centimetres by 8 centimetres. And it is completely filled with water. And what I want you to do is have a think, how is the volume of liquid in a cuboid container that is completely filled related to the capacity of the container? Well, if the container, which it is completely filled with water, okay, the capacity and the volume are going to be the same. So the way that we would work out how many litres and millilitres of water in the container, okay, would be to do 15 times 10 times 8. Okay, because we're looking at the capacity of it. We know it's filled, so we need to know the total capacity to find the volume of water in the container. So I know that 10 times 15 is 150. Multiply that by 8 is going to give you 1,200 cubic centimetres. Okay, and from what we learnt yesterday when looking at volume of liquid, okay, I know that that is equivalent to 1,200 millilitres. Okay, and because the question is asking me for litres and millilitres, I need to convert it. And I know that 1,000 millilitres is equivalent to 1 litre. So there is 1 litre and 200 millilitres of water in this container. Okay, right, we're going to have a look at another one together. Question 16. Okay, some of the questions that we're going to look at today and some of the ones that are in your task do have the little calculator symbol, okay? And I want you to act as if, obviously, we're at school, okay? And in school, sometimes the questions that we face have the little calculator symbol, which just tells us that maybe the numbers that we're dealing with are a little bit tricky, okay? But I want us to try and have a go without a calculator, okay? So this question here, I'm going to go through. If you'd like to maybe have a go first of all, please do pause the video, have a go, and then work through with me to see if you get the same answer. Okay, if you're not sure, carry on watching and I'm going to go through it anyway. So we've got our cuboid box that measures 26 centimetres by 15 centimetres by 12.5 centimetres. Okay, find the capacity of the box in litres and millilitres. So to find the capacity of the box, what I need to do is the length times the width times the height. So I'm going to do 26 times 15 times 12.5. Okay, so I need to break this down first. First thing I'm going to do is 26 multiplied by 15. So I'm going to set that out in my multiplication method. Okay, and then I'm going to do 6 times 5. 6 times 5 is 30. Then I'm going to do 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10. add on my regrouped 3 is 13. Okay, and actually, because I've got no more, that would be 130. Then I'm going to multiply by my 10. So I need to remember to put my 0 in, my placeholder. Then 1 times 6 is 6. And 1 times 2 is 2. Then I'm going to add those two amounts together. 0 add 0 is 0. 3 add 6 is 9. And 1 add 2 is 3. Okay, so 26 times by 15 is 390. What I now need to do is 390 multiplied by 12.5. Okay, so I will just do that. Let's see, hopefully I'll be able to fit that in here. Multiplied by 12.5, making sure that I align my digits accurately. Okay, I need to make sure I've got that point there. Okay, so starting off with my 0.5 here. So 0 times my 5 is 0, and then put in my decimal point. Okay, then 9 times 5 is 45, and 3 times 5 is 15. Add on my regrouped 4 is 19. Okay, so then I get 195. Next, I'm going to do my 2. Okay, so 2 times 0 is 0. 9 times 2 is 18. And 3 times 2, add my 1 is 7. Gives me 780. Then I'm going to times by my 10, so I need to remember to put my 0 in my placeholder. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 9 is 9. And then 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, now I'm going to add those up together. I haven't given myself a lot of space here. If I look at my decimal point, I've only got a 0, so I don't need to put my 0 here, okay, because it doesn't mean anything. Then I've got 5, add 0 is 5. 9 add 8 is 17. 1 add 7 is 8. Add 9, add 1 is 18. Had to think there. And then 3 add 1 is 4. So I get the answer 4,875. Okay, so if I have a look here, that would be my capacity. So 4,000, just going to put it here, 4,875 cubic centimetres. Okay, which I know is the same as, let's put it here, I've got a bit more space, sorry. Is the same as 4,875 millilitres. The question wants me to put it into litres and millilitres. So how many litres do I have here? I've got 4 litres and then 875 millilitres. Okay, so that shows you that question there. Now looking at a different type of volume question. So we're going to read through it and I want you to be thinking what is different about this question compared to the last two that we've just done. So we're told that the edge of a cubical tin is 15 centimetres long. Okay, so this side is also 15 centimetres and so is this, okay, because it's a cube. It contains 1.25 litres of water. Okay, so we can see here the water level. And it's asking us how much more water is needed to fill the tin completely. Give your answer in litres. Okay, so this question is different, okay, because in the last questions, the water, the containers were completely full. Whereas this one, the water doesn't go all the way to the top of the container. It's only partly full. So there are 2 steps to this problem. First thing we need to do is work out the capacity of the tin, okay, how much water it could hold. And we would do that, just like we did in the last questions, by doing the length times the width times the height. So I would do 15 times 15 times 15, okay? And when I work that out, that equals 3,375 cubic centimetres, which I then convert into millilitres, which is 3,375 millilitres, and then I can convert that into litres. Okay, because the important thing here is the question asks us to give our answers in litres, not give your answers in litres and millilitres. Okay, so 3,375 millilitres in litres is 3.375 litres. Okay, so anything that would be millilitres goes after my decimal point. Okay, we then are told that there is 1.25 litres in the tin. Okay, so to work out how much more water is needed, I need to do the total, which we've worked out is 3.375, subtract the amount in there, which is 1.25. Okay, and when I subtract that, that gives me the answer of 2.125 litres. So 2.125 litres of water is needed to fill the tin completely. Okay, so first thing you do is work out how much the hole is. Okay, you know how much there already is, so you need to work out the difference here. Okay, now that we've looked at that example one, we're going to have a go at one. Okay, as a bit of a practice now. So it follows the same kind of format as question 17 that we've just looked at. Okay, we are told that there is 1.75 litres of water in this container. The base of the container is a square, so the length and the width are both 12 centimetres, and it has a height of 16.5 centimetres. How much more water is needed to fill the container to the brim? What I'd like you to do is pause the video and have a go at working this out. So first thing you need to do is work out the capacity of the tank. Okay, so think about what you need to multiply together. Once you've worked that out, okay, then think about how much water is already in the container, and then what calculation you can do to work out how much more water is needed. So pause the video and have a go. Please now watch video 2, where I will go through that answer to that question.